Alright, I'm gonna do it because I was way wrong. I was way off on the Cowboys. I was way off just because their defense has been way better than initially advertised. But I'm going to pump the brakes a little bit. People are putting Dak at the head of the success, and I'm going to tell you why it's not Dak at the head of the success. I'm going to throw one stat at you. It's going to maybe blow your mind, because it blew my mind, but it also made sense at the same time. The Cowboys are 28-0 since Baker Mayfield has taken over. 28-0 when they run the ball more than they pass the ball. Dak Prescott, when he throws it more than they pass it, they are significantly worse. When they pass it more than they run it, they are 12-15 under Dak. That says something right there, right? 28-0 when they have the ball in Dak's hands less, and a little bit floating between that 500 range when it's in his when the ball's in his hands the most. That's a stat to me that opens my eye, right? When I'm looking at, like I said, the most valuable player. If you look at me and you ask me, Latham, who's the most valuable player for the Dallas Cowboys? It's 100% that offensive line and Zeke and Tony Pollard. So, or I guess Zeke, basically, if I have to make it one person. Don't put the Cowboys' success on Dak, right? When you look, let me look it up real quick. Las Vegas odds for MVP right now. When you're talking about teams that if they didn't have their MVP candidate, would they be as good, right? If the Chiefs didn't have Patrick Mahomes, would they be as good? Definitely not. If the Bills did not have Josh Allen, would they be as good, right? If Mitch Trubisky was leading that team, would they be as good? Probably not. They'd probably be, an average team, average to good team at best, right? If the Cardinals didn't have Kyler Murray, would they be as good? Probably not, because Kyler Murray, like Lamar, accounts for so much of that offense, right? Would Justin Herbert, would the Chargers be as good as they didn't have Justin Herbert, if they didn't have Justin Herbert? No. I mean, obviously, we saw what they were without Justin Herbert. They were an average team at best, a playoff team, right? In the Las Vegas odds, Dak Prescott is 5th. That is ahead of Tom Brady, ahead of Matthew Stafford, ahead of Aaron Rodgers, ahead of Lamar Jackson. That is baffling to me. That is just insane. When you're talking about let's be real. When they run the ball, they are much more successful when they pass the ball. I didn't get the chance to look this up, but I would be interested to see what the Cowboys' record is when Dak throws it like 35 times a game or throws it for more than 400 yards a game. They're undefeated. They are 28-0 when they pass the ball less than they run it. That's pretty key. In my eyes, that's big. That's saying, I'm not bashing Dak. I'm not saying Dak isn't a good quarterback, because he is. When Dak needs to throw, he can throw for sure. But that doesn't always lead over to success and winning, and that's the key for me, right? If say, I don't know who the backup quarterback is for the Cowboys right now. I think it's like Ben DiNucci, right, or something. If Ben DiNucci was the starting quarterback for the Cowboys right now, they would be just as successful, I feel like, because the run game is still good, right? And the run game and that offensive line is what's carrying that Cowboys offense right now. It's not Dak. The Cowboys are 17-4 the last 2 years. Excuse me, when Dak throws less than 25 passes. 17-4. It's not Dak, people. Dak is not the reason why the Cowboys are having so much success. For starters, Dan Quinn is apparently a defensive mastermind. The former coach of the Atlanta Falcons is having a lot of success as the coordinator in Dallas. So you got to give props to them getting the right staff over there. But Zeke had gone, since his rookie year, had an amazing rookie year, right? I think he led the league in rushing his rookie year. Every single year since then, he's gotten worse and worse and worse, and the Cowboys have gotten worse and worse and worse. When they first drafted a Dak back, was Dak drafted in 2017, 2018? I think he was drafted in 2017 because he wasn't in Lamar Jackson's class. I think he was drafted in 2017, maybe 2016, somewhere around that range, right? They went 13-3 that first year with Zeke and Dak, and every single year since then have gotten worse and worse and worse and worse, right? That translates because Zeke got worse and worse and worse and worse, right? Now that Zeke has kind of pushed himself back up, now the Cowboys are having success. Now that they have a defense, now they're having success, which is crazy, like I said earlier, because historically the Cowboys have been a better team when they led their offense through running the ball, right? You think back to those old teams that they had back in the 90s that had a lot of success. In the 80s that had success. Emmitt Smith. They had Emmitt Smith running that thing, and they were playing through Emmitt Smith. And they had people like Michael Irving, I'm drawing a blank on who their quarterback was. Wasn't Roger Staubach? I'm forgetting who the quarterback was, but they had an elite quarterback, but they were running the ball primarily. They had the weapons, right? The Cowboys have the weapons, right? They have Amari Cooper, they have CeeDee Lamb, they have Dalton Schultz, sorry. When you're talking about the top 3 teams in the league, what do all of these top teams have in common, right? They have elite receivers. Tampa, elite receivers. Dallas, elite receivers. Cardinals, elite receivers. Bills, elite receivers. All these teams, if the Cowboys have everything. They have everything that they need to have, a legit shot, I'm not saying that the Cowboys are going to make the Super Bowl, but they should maybe be in that contending window for sure. I think we need to pump the brakes on Dak Prescott being the reason why they are successful. Like I said, I'm not bashing Dak. I'm not doubting Dak's ability, because obviously he's shown if he needs to sling the football, he can, but it doesn't generate. It doesn't cross over to success. It doesn't cross over to winning. And they're a much better team when they're running the ball, when the ball isn't in Dak's hands. So, just interesting when you get to looking at the numbers as far as the success of the Cowboys.